Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and champions again. Right, let me address the very evident difference in this video. We are in a new location. The backdrop is slightly different from what you're probably used to on this channel. Over time, things will change. The audio will sound better, the video will sound better. Sorry about the lighting and any issues for now. I have literally just set this up over like the past 12 hours, so we're just here, we're fresh. It's probably going to take a little bit of time, but who cares anyway, because we're still going to be talking about Celtic effectively becoming Scottish Premiership champions today. It's not quite done yet. Mathematically, there's still work to be done before we can call ourselves official champions, but essentially, the job has been done. We are the champions of Scotland, and today's performance, a 4-1 victory over Hearts, is everything that you needed to put the cherry on the cake in terms of taking this title back. It was a very tough season last season. You know, losing the league title in the fashion we did wasn't pleasant. So trust me, I'm going to enjoy every last moment of this. I'm going to focus on us. I'm going to talk about Celtic, and I'm going to love every last bit of it. And before we go any further with the video, if you're enjoying the new surroundings and everything else, and you're wanting to see improvement on the channel as we take the next step into, hopefully, successful full-time YouTubing, the best thing to do is go down below and hit subscribe. That would be much appreciated. So go down there, hit the like button as well. And let's talk about that game today, and let's talk about the bigger picture that comes from it. So in my match preview yesterday, I spoke about how I wanted to see some rotation in the team. I wanted to see the likes of Hatate come out and maybe the likes of Turnbull come in, and it happened. I was happy about that. So, first things first, team selection I was very happy with today. The circumstances that we have right now, with Juranovic being out, it means that Ralston keeps his place in the team. But overall, yeah, a team like that I kind of expected. As I said, I wanted to see Hatate come out for whoever was best coming in, and Turnbull was the man chosen for that. But the start of the game wasn't the greatest, was it? Before we get onto the bigger picture and we're all happy, let's talk about the game, and we'll get the negatives out of the way first. The first sort of 10 minutes of the game, we were really poor, I thought. I wouldn't say it was cause for concern or anything. I don't think it was overwhelmingly poor. But I think we were really shaky. We couldn't really get a hold of the ball. We weren't doing things right. We kept giving away slack passes, and Hearts were getting themselves into the game pretty easily. It was kind of, I wouldn't say amateur stuff, but there was a lot of sort of mistakes in there that Celtic haven't been making this season. It was really frustrating, and ultimately we conceded the goal very early on in the game. Now, conceding that goal, it kind of got the nerves going. I don't know about you. I feel like everybody I spoke to in the ground at half-time and such said the same thing. Hearts were kind of in the arse for a minute. Not Hearts as in Hearts of Midlothian, I mean our Hearts. I was kind of fearing for the worst. I was like, no, it can't go like this. Surely not. Like, after everything that's happened, like losing in the Scottish Cup semi-final, and then, of course, drawing last week, we weren't going to open the door any further, were we? We weren't going to slip up today. But just like the professionals we are, and just like the unit that Ange Postecoglou has made this team, we picked ourselves up, and from the equaliser onwards, there was only one team in the game. And Hearts did have chances. As I'm saying, the first 10 minutes, we really struggled to get into it. We struggled to find a rhythm. We just looked like we were really nervous. But after we got the equaliser, which we needed, it came at a vital point in the game. After we got that equaliser, there was only one team in it. And Celtic were flying to the finish line. But that was a real changing point in the game. We needed that when it came to kind of turn the game on its head a little bit. It was getting very congested in the middle of the park, I thought. Like, when you looked at the kind of run of play, everything was going through the middle for Hearts. And when they were defending, they had a lot of men in the middle. So we had to use the wide men. And that's when Jota came into the game brilliantly. He came alive around about the first goal. And, he gets 2 assists for the first and the second goal. He's there and he puts the ball in. But we needed that. We really needed the wingers to turn up and have a massive game. And Maida was brilliant as well today. I thought the 2 wingers were particularly good in performing today. Because the first half, I thought Ralston didn't look too great, so we had to do better on that right-hand side. And Maida done a great job. It was Jota done a great job in that. But it was fantastic to watch the wingers today, I just thought they looked so lively, they looked so creative. Maida put in a really a couple of inviting crosses that we should have done better on the end of. There was one that just kind of went past both Kyogo and I think it was O'Reilly maybe coming out of the back post. It just went right across the face of goal. But those two changed the game for me in that first half, and that's what brought the best out of Celtic, and it's really brought us into the game, just how electric they were when they turned it on. Jota was just magnificent. The first goal, a tidy wee finish from Maida to just get in there and get the job done. Kyogo, the second one, it fumbles its way over the line somehow. I mean, I'm not complaining how it gets over the line, but it does. Craig Gordon, tears were flowing. Complaints for whatever reason. I thought, Celtic had all the right to complain about decisions and such today, but Craig Gordon was taking it to a new level. He was laughed at as we scored our goals, rightly so. And yeah, we just had a right firm grip on the game, and from that point it just looked as though Celtic wanted to continue taking it to another level. We just got better and better. Hearts looked as though they were getting tired. Hearts couldn't keep up with the level we were bringing to the game, I thought. And ultimately that's what brought us into finishing the first half as strongly as we did, and what carried us over into that second half. Second half, as I alluded to in the first part of this video, there was one team in the game for me. It was all Celtic. I can't remember Hearts doing anything that noteworthy. We kept them really quiet. Defensively, we were doing a great job. I thought both Starfelt and Cameron Carter-Vickers were absolutely brilliant today. When they were called upon, they were there. I know we conceded that first goal very early in the game, but there was big tackles from the two of them. I remember Vickers in the first half putting in a huge one at some point, but they were brilliant. But second half, we were all over them. It was all Celtic's game, and we just got better and better. We used our substitutes really well. Thought it was brilliant game management from Ange. He brought players off, he gave them the rest they probably needed, while also allowing players to come on and have an impact in the game. You see Giakoumakis, Rogic and such all come on. They came on at a vital point in the game, and they kept the momentum flowing. They kept the rhythm of the game high, which was really important, of course. But second half we were brilliant. I just thought we looked really good in everything we done. It was some of the nicest football that we've seen in recent weeks. O'Reilly's goal, really well took. He was unlucky not to score just before it as well when he hit the post. That was really unlucky. And then Giakoumakis, to see him back on the score sheet, I cannot explain to you the joy, the feeling that I felt go through me when he hit the back of the net. But we were in total control of the game, and to be honest, to throw in another point, I think Craig Gordon, for as much as he was crying through the game, had a brilliant game for Hearts, because it could have been 6-7, 8-1 to Celtic today. Some big saves from Craig Gordon in the game. Celtic could have put in one of those embarrassing scorelines for the opposition, you know what I mean? So yeah, I was very happy with how the game panned out, and come the 90th minute, what an atmosphere at Celtic Park. It's just, and this is what I want to talk about the most. I mean, the game itself was brilliant, but just the general feeling when that full-time, not even when the full-time whistle went, when we went up 3-1 and we knew the game was over, the sort of atmosphere we felt at Celtic Park today, it was brilliant. Just knowing that that's the league title back with Celtic. Not officially, as I've said, but it feels official. And everything that we've worked towards, it's quite poetic. A season which started with defeat to Hearts, which left us all wondering what this season was going to be, how it would pan out, how far we could challenge. Against Hearts that day, did we really think that come playing Hearts at this point in the season, we would be celebrating a league title win? Absolutely not. Not me anyway. I don't want to say I had no hope, because I always hope and I always have ambition. I'm always positive in that front. I think we can always win league titles, but there was definitely a vibe that this was going to be the toughest. This was going to be a season of building. And boy, we've built. Don't get me wrong, we've built incredibly well. But I just did not imagine that we could have done it with a league title come the end of the season. Watching the team walk around the park at the end of the game there was brilliant. The feelings I feel for this team, the feelings I feel for this manager, they are honestly some of the strongest feelings I've felt for a Celtic team in a long time. I've been lucky enough to be blessed with many a successful Celtic side, but this one has a personality, a character, and a lovable part of it that just makes it feel so unique and so different. And everybody gets it, and you see everybody walking around the park, and you see the manager pointing to the badge on his jumper at full time, Big Postecoglou, and you're thinking, what a lucky team we are right now. Not lucky in that sense, because fucking hell, we're not lucky. We've worked hard, we deserve to be here, but we're lucky that we have someone like him, and we're lucky we have a team like this to watch. It has made this season all the more sweeter. and it's made that these celebrations feel all the more better. So you know what, we've got a job to do now. We've got to put our heads down. We've got to focus on Wednesday. Who knows, the league could be officially wrapped up tomorrow if Rangers drop points. Realistically, it'll be Wednesday against Dundee United, but we've got a job to do now. We go out and we win these last 2 games of the season. We take as many points home as possible, and we keep the vibe going till we lift that trophy. And into next season, where we've got a big season on the horizon. So it's such an exciting time to be a Celtic fan, and it's just so joyous. I feel such a sense of euphoria over everything right now. I can't stop smiling. Honestly, cannot stop smiling. That today was brilliant. As I said, cherry on the cake. Right, that'll do it for today. We'll be back tomorrow for something. Maybe. I was hoping to get a podcast done tomorrow, but I don't even know if we will. It's a weird one. I've been so busy. But we'll be back and we'll talk about it more in depth, and we'll have a wee sit down chat about the channel and everything else as well. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.